Hey guys, it's Dee. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to go over some of the things that I've been learning as far as the root cause of chronic pain and fatigue. And I've spoken about some of this already in previous videos as far as how your body can react to the thoughts and the feelings that you have. And that a lot of conditions such as like fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome, are actually issues with the autonomic system. But what I found interesting in, I guess, my learning is that every chronic condition, whether it is rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, POTS, all these issues of chronic pain and fatigue, it's actually these disease like diagnoses that you get or don't get or struggle to get. They're actually a symptom of an energy slash nervous system problem. That's Jasper if you end up hearing the scratching. Anyway, so it's really interesting because I found this book that was recommended to me, and I'm going to leave a comment and a link for the book in the description box. But it is called, let me look it up because I have it on Kindle. So I'm used to just clicking these days. There we go. Okay. So it is called, if this wants to load, there we go. It is called The Pain and Instability Solution. It's by a holistic chiropractor. His name is Dr. Michael Izquierdo. He's someone who actually works out here in Ohio. So I've been working with him as a patient after I started reading this book. And well, I highly recommend that you guys read it, because what it does is that he explains some of the research that he's found on this, but he explains it in like layman's terms. So like it's understandable. And it's very interesting because basically it centers around this idea that your body you have like three bodies. Okay, so there's an energy body, there's the physical body, and then of course there's the brain. And so what happens is if you have an injury or you have some sort of imbalance, your autonomic nervous system, which is the part of your brain that does all of the automatic stuff. So like it happens to regulate heart rate and blood pressure, when you breathe and you're not realizing it, all the things that are automatic is used by the autonomic part of your brain. And so what happens is similar to how like mental health trauma will go and like basically infuse itself into your body, so to speak. So like your body automatically is like waiting for that next threat. That can also happen with either a physical injury, whether it's like 2 days ago or like 2 years ago. And then it also, interestingly enough, can happen too if your adrenals don't get that chance to rest. So for those of you not familiar with it, the adrenal glands are the part of your body that produces cortisol, which is that adrenaline stress hormone. And usually what we are supposed to be doing body-wise is, you feel that, and then it's supposed to switch over and relax. Many of us don't get that opportunity for our adrenals to relax. And basically, when you have that out of balance, then you start to have your liver out of balance. Then you start to have your, gallbladder out of balance, and it goes to all these other body systems. And so your autonomic nervous system's like, oh, we have a problem. There's a threat somewhere, because I'm still feeling all of these like fight or flight type things. So then you end up, without even realizing it sometimes, freezing and tensing. and your muscles will constantly be contracted. And it's basically, in a sense, your body's way of trying to balance itself out, because that's what the autonomic nervous system does. Problem is, our bodies are not as bright as our minds when it comes to being able to differentiate things. So even though we're just like in a room somewhere, our body's operating as if we're in a forest somewhere and we're doing like some sort of survival contest or something like that. So when it gets that signal from your adrenals, like, hey, there's a threat somewhere, because you just keep bringing up all that cortisol, and then the body's kind of confused. It's like, well, there's a threat somewhere, and then, oh, there's a pain. That must be the threat. Oh, there's another pain right there. And then it basically ends up creating new unhealthy patterns as far as your posture, as well as balancing things. It's really, really interesting. So any sort of pain that you feel usually indicates an imbalance. And if you can basically start to recalibrate and rebalance that energy system and get things moving again, if that makes any sense, you actually can, you'd be surprised how much pain is preventable. And to be clear, this is very separate and different from like the psychological, like, you know, the psychiatric stuff, again, usually it's a symptom, because if you're feeling pain or you're tired all the time, I don't know anyone who'd really be happy about that. I don't know anyone who'd just be calm like that and never get like stressed out, especially when it impacts your sleep. So this is a very interesting book. And I just wanted to make this video kind of to, one, let you guys know it exists. And two, this is kind of like a starting point for me as far as sharing some of the things I'm learning, because I not only had the opportunity to read this book, but I also have had the opportunity to work with Dr. Mike as a patient. So with that said, I'm gonna leave the link below in the comments and in the description box. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. I will also include his website, and I will continue sharing the things that I learn. Okay, bye.